He walked away. We let him. That cost us everything.
James Bond lives only in legend. Legends don't stay buried.
You're not MI6 anymore, James. You are a loaded gun with no safety.
Then don't stand in front of me.
That's not just satellite surveillance, Bond. It's...
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Stats In, the place where Hollywood's wildest developments receive the full blow-by-blow treatment with the energy of a kookaburra caffeinated on 3 shots of espresso. Today's story circles around Henry Cavill, a man built so impressively that even marble statues may feel insecure. His long-awaited Highlander reboot has hit a snag, and not the minor sort of snag one brushes off like a fly landing on your chips. No, this one has fans sounding alarms, studios sweating through their shirts, and the internet working overtime like a call center during a cyclone warning. Before we slice into the details of Cavill's unfortunate injury and the substantial delay now hanging over Highlander like a storm cloud, kindly subscribe and tap that notifications bell. You will not want to miss the next Hollywood moment that bends logic, physics, or basic human patience. Henry Cavill is not simply an actor. He is a phenomenon. He wakens at an hour when most people are still dreaming of winning lotteries. He trains like a gladiator preparing for an arena showdown, and he treats any role involving swords, heroics, or ancient legends as if it is a sacred duty sworn upon a shimmering stone tablet. Highlander was set to become his cinematic resurrection, a bold return to a genre he adores more passionately than many people adore their pets. With months of preparation behind him and an entire production lined up like dominoes ready to fall in glorious sequence, everything looked promising. Then news broke that Cavill had suffered an injury during training. Not the sort of mild inconvenience one rubs with ice and shrugs off. This injury was concerning enough to halt production and push filming deeply into 2026. Fans reacted instantly. Some expressed sympathy, others expressed shock, and a significant number expressed their emotions through memes, because nothing says emotional support in the modern world like a well-crafted meme featuring dramatic text and Henry Cavill wearing armor. The real sting in this situation lies in Cavill's reputation for discipline. This is a man who treats warm-ups as seriously as most people treat job interviews. His trainers have often said he prepares like a soldier marching into battle. So hearing that he had been injured felt like hearing that a lighthouse had malfunctioned or a kangaroo had suddenly forgotten how to hop. It seemed entirely out of character. The injury has created a domino effect across the Highlander production. Studios operate on schedules so tight that any delay feels like dropping a wrench into a clock. Highlander was positioned as one of Cavill's major returns to blockbuster cinema. The project carries high expectations, a dedicated fanbase, and the pressure of rebooting a franchise with decades of loyal followers. A delay of this size does not merely shuffle dates. It disrupts everything: marketing plans, cast availability, set construction timelines, and the carefully crafted internal strategies kept behind studio doors. Henry Cavill's dedication to this role has been well documented. He spoke about Highlander with the sort of reverence usually reserved for royal events or childhood dreams. Many industry insiders believed this would become one of his defining performances. The sword work, the mythology, the physical transformation, everything aligned perfectly with Cavill's interests and strengths. For fans, the delay feels like watching the brakes slam on a train moments before it reaches the exciting part of the journey. The public reaction has been passionate. Cavill's supporters are famously loyal. They defend him with the ferocity of guard dogs and celebrate him with the enthusiasm of children on a sugar rush. When news of the injury spread, social media lit up with well wishes, creative tributes, and commentary questioning why fate continues to throw obstacles at a man who seems to mind his business, lift heavy objects, and build computers for fun. It is difficult not to admire the dedication of his fanbase. They make even mild updates feel like breaking news. The studio behind Highlander has expressed confidence that the project will proceed once Cavill recovers. Privately, there is no doubt a sense of frustration. Large-scale productions depend on momentum. Losing that momentum can affect everything from morale to budgets. But replacing Cavill is not an option. He is the selling point. His name alone carries gravitational pull. Without him, Highlander becomes a far riskier gamble. For Cavill himself, this setback is likely both physical and personal. He invests heavily in preparation. To be forced into rest may feel like being benched during the grand final. Still, his past experiences with recovery show he is no stranger to overcoming physical obstacles. He has returned from injuries before, each time with a level of determination that leaves fitness professionals nodding in respect. Good day everyone, and welcome back to Stats In, the channel where Hollywood controversies
The Witcher
are dissected with the
showrunner
precision of a surgeon and the enthusiasm of a teenager discovering movie trivia for the first time.
See what she said
Today,
about the replacement.
we are diving into a story that has fans buzzing, studios on
If you're
edge,
just joining
and
us,
social
please
media
subscribe
practically
and don't
vibrating
forget
with
to turn on
speculation.
notifications
The
bell
idea
for
that
more
Henry
video.
Cavill may have been the
Please
target
like,
of a subtle,
share, and
possibly
subscribe for
intentional
more.
smear campaign.
In an interview with
Before we
IGN,
dig into the details,
Hiss Rich
and
revealed the
separate
unique
fact from
combination
wild
of
fan
qualities
theories
that made
kindly
Liam
subscribe
Hemsworth
the
and tap
ideal
that
choice
notifications
for
bell icon.
She said, "You will not
When
want
we
to
were
miss
looking
the
at
latest
who
updates
potentially could fill
Insider
the shoes
whispers
of Geralt,
and the
there
dramatic
is a
twists
physicality
that only
that has to be
Hollywood
present.
can produce.
You need
Henry
someone who you
Cavill
can
has
imagine
spent
can
years
excel at
building
these
a
action
reputation
scenes,
as one of the
who
most
has such a
disciplined,
physical presence that
respectful,
they could be
and
both
charismatic
intimidating and
actors
distorting.
in the industry.
But also,
his commitment
Geralt
to
has a
roles
huge
is
emotional
legendary.
side as well.
Whether he is
Hiss
embodying
Rich
Superman,
emphasized
Geralt
that
of
Hemsworth
Rivia,
stood out
or
because
taking
he
on
could
smaller
blend physical
projects
strength
that showcase
and emotional
his attention
depth
to detail.
seamlessly.
Fans
Before the
have
release of The
consistently
Witcher Season
applauded
4,
not just his
showrunner
performances,
Lauren Schmidt
but his
Hiss Rich
off-screen
drew attention
integrity.
for her glowing praise
He is the kind of actor
Geralt
who
actor
studies
Liam
source
Hemsworth,
material for months,
which seems to be a subtle
trains
dig
relentlessly,
at Henry Cavill,
and delivers
Season
authenticity
4
that makes
is arriving on
audiences
Netflix
believe
on
in the
October
characters
30.
he portrays.
And Hemsworth
It is
is
precisely
stepping into
that
the role
level
of
of
Geralt of
professionalism
Rivia
that
that
makes
makes
the
Cavill's
Cavill's
controversial
rumors
exit.
and allegations
In an interview
so
with
remarkable.
Dexerto,
Over
Hiss
the
Rich
past
revealed
year,
how the cast
stories
and crew
began
were
circulating
nervous
when
online,
Hemsworth first
suggesting
joined
that
the set.
Cavill's reputation
We knew
was
that we
under
were
subtle
doing
attack.
something big, and
Headlines
we were making
painted
a big
him as
shit.
difficult to work with,
But he has
overly
such an
demanding,
ease about him
or
as a
strategically
human.
stepping away
He's
from
so
projects
comfortable
for opportunistic
Someone
reasons.
used the word
The
effortless
claims were never
yesterday,
overt or
and I'm like,
explosive.
that's it.
But the pattern of stories
Everything
was enough
about
to
him
provoke
is
discussion
just
among
effortless.
fans who know
He came
Cavill's
on,
real work
and
ethic.
in some ways,
Some of the
he put
reports
everyone
came
at
from
ease with his
unreliable
tone
sources,
and his comfort
while
level.
others were phrased
Hiss
in
Rich
ways
had
that
previously
allowed
addressed
readers to
Cavill's
infer
departure,
negativity
explaining
without
that the
concrete
actor had
evidence.
other projects he
This
wanted
is
to
the kind
pursue.
of media strategy
And for
that
us,
feels like
you
a
don't want to
smear
hold
campaign
someone
and
without
force them
ever
to be doing
officially
something that
declaring
they don't want to
himself as
do.
one.
For
Fans
her,
immediately
it was the right
noticed
time for both
inconsistencies.
sides to move on.
Anyone who has
And now,
followed Cavill's
as promotion
career
for the new
closely knows
season
the amount
ramps
of
up,
preparation,
she's all
dedication,
praise for Hemsworth,
and humility he
seems like
invests
they
in
have
every
finally
project.
moved on.
It seemed
Hiss Rich
improbable that
described
someone
how
with
Hemsworth's
that
version
version
of
could
Geralt
suddenly
differs
be
from
characterized
Cavill's famously
as
stoic
problematic.
portrayal.
Social
Geralt
media
is a little
users
funnier
began
this
sharing
season.
screenshots
He's
of
a
old
little more
interviews,
dry,
behind-the-scenes
he's also
photos,
a lot
and
more
training
emotional.
montages to counteract
For
the
Hiss
narrative.
Rich,
Hemsworth
memes
was really
proliferated.
able to
Fan
access
videos
these vulnerable
reminded
levels,
the public of his
which they were
professional
unable
conduct,
to do in
and
the
opinion
previous
pieces
seasons.
praised his
Those
dedication.
remarks as a quiet
The collective
comparison
effort
to
of
Cavill's
the fan base
performance
was
that
almost
defined
like
the
the
first
first
3
three
seasons.
defense squad.
Even
Standing
Hemsworth
guard
admitted
over
that
Cavill's
stepping
public
into such an
image.
iconic role
Industry
was daunting.
insiders also
Speaking to
began weighing
RadioTimes.com,
Many
he shared how
suggested
he
that
was
Cavill's
initially
timing and
reluctant
choices
to
in the
step
past
into the
few
role
years,
of White Wolf,
walking away
and
from
it's
The
not
Witcher,
really the backlash
approaching the
from
Highlander
fans.
reboot with
He
careful
said,
attention.
"When I first
Selectively
got
choosing
approached,
his next
I was
projects,
pretty reluctant
might have
at
triggered
that point.
envy or
I had
misinterpretation in
a lot
certain
of
media
concerns
circles.
and questions
Hollywood
about it all.
is an environment
I was
where
a big fan
influence,
of the video
perception,
game, and then I
and
watched
narrative
the series,
control are as
and was a fan
valuable
of the
as
series,
talent.
and I read
An
the
actor
books.
with Cavill's
Asked
stature
what
naturally
specifically
becomes
made
a
him
figure
hesitant.
of scrutiny.
He explained
and
that the
sometimes
series has
subtle
already
messaging
established a
is used to
passionate
shape
fan
the
base,
perception
and he's
of that
thankful for
figure.
that.
The
He
lines between
continued,
reporting,
I think if
opinion,
I wasn't
and
a fan
manipulation
myself,
often
if I
blur,
didn't care about
especially
it,
when
I
the
wouldn't have
subject
come
has a
on
fan
board.
base that is
The
fiercely
reason I came on
protective.
board was
Fans
because
took
I was
the
a fan,
issue seriously,
and because I thought
on
that I could
forums,
do justice
comment
to this
sections,
character.
and fan groups.
I thought that could
There were
bring
debates
an interesting interpretation to this part